My name is Moses. Before I found the YPG, I used to live as every average young person out here. You understand? I used to really and truly, every Fridays, you know, the average person want to party, they want to drink, they want to gamble. One of the main things I really used to indulge myself in is gambling. You know, I was kind of addicted to that in a way. So, you know, constantly I would gamble, you know, wappy, I would play dice. Even when I was in school, I used to gamble, and you know how we really and truly like to gamble now, but when you win something, you know, you constantly go again, it become a habit. I remember a time when I was in school, I was gambling, I gambled so much, I even win a much, but I gamble and I end up losing all the money. Even I gamble out my transportation as well. So that day I had to walk and even beg a drop to really and truly reach home because I gamble out everything I had. Even sometimes when you gamble, you start to owe fellas. You understand? You want to win back, that you start to borrow and you start to owe. So you end up in plenty debts. When you go to party, you drink just to foot in the crowd. So, you know, sometimes you drink. Sometimes you don't even have money to go party, but you're trying to find a way to get money to go to party just to really and truly be amongst the fellas. But at the end of the day, you're fighting to get money to gamble. You're fighting to get money to go and party. But sometimes you have the money to, you're taking the money that you need to go to school. You're taking the money that you need to do important things to, you know, benefit your life. And you know, you're gambling it out. I started to think, what am I really doing? Look at me, I duck in class to gamble. I just, you know, I taking the money that I had to go to school and really actually better myself to gamble and to party, just to foot in the crowd. So when I started really actually think and meditate about my life, I started to think, what am I really doing with myself? Where am I really headed? Where I see myself in the future? You know, all this just for a hype. But at the end of the day, would this benefit in me? I was invited to the YPG by one of the members of the YPG. Me and my cousin was walking Broadway, and then one of the members of the YPG stopped my cousin and invited him to an event that they had. And he invited him, the way he invited him, I thought it was a party. So, you know, because my cousin was coming, I came as well. And when we came upstairs to the event that they had, you know, we sat down because everybody was saying just a foot in the crowd, but a message that was passed, it really and truly get my attention. It really and truly it had me thinking that time. And that's when I started to involve myself in the YPG, in the youth group. The pastor was talking about that you don't need to be like an average youth. You don't need to be like the negative average youth. You know, it's easy to be average. It's easy to live an average life as every young man, every young lady living. But to live different, to live separated, is different. Things begin to change when I took in the message, which was very interested, take it in and start to reflect upon it and start to act upon it, because as the pastor was saying, you don't need to be average. You don't need to live like the average youth. And you know, he was mentioning the consequences of living as the average youth. So I decided to really and truly start to abandon certain things I used to do. Start to, you know, try to live more positive. Start to, you know, practice the positive actions. And that when things started changing me, gradually I started to work on myself. I no longer gamble. I no longer need to party. I no longer need to gamble. I no longer need to feel the necessity to foot in the crowd, because I found something that in the YPG they teach us to really and truly be different, to be a positive youth, to be a youth that really and truly don't need to follow the crowd, but you being the influencer, not the, you know, following the influence. I see myself a different person, thinking positive now, not needing nothing to really and truly, you know, influence me, but thinking positive, seeing a person setting out plans for myself and really and truly going after these plans. Before, you know, it's just gambling, living a life of gambling, just, you know, partying, just living day to day now, boy. But now, as a man, focus on my dreams, focus on being a better person, but also focusing on living a righteous life. For any youth out there really and truly facing hardship in life, maybe nobody believe in you, maybe you're depressed and really and truly going through a hard moment in life, you know, and you feel the necessity to foot in the crowd, I invite you to the YPG. The ones who depressed, the ones who are going through real hardship at home because, you know, things ain't working out home, I'm inviting you to the YPG. There you'll find somebody to give a positive word, and you'll be amongst positive people. So I'm inviting you to the YPG. Come join the positive family. Come and join a group of different youths.